So let's get started. R is a powerful programming language that is used for data analysis, statistics, visualization, and machine learning. And it's widely used in different fields such as academia, research, finance, healthcare, marketing, and many other. One of the best things about R is that it's free and it's open source with thousands of packages that make complex analysis very easy. In order to install RStudio, you can go to the R website and just install RStudio, which is an excellent interface that makes writing R codes much easier. You can see here that this is RStudio. And once you download RStudio Desktop, you can start using it straight away. When you open RStudio, you'll see four main panels: the console, the environment, which shows objects you've created, the plots, packages, and help section, which shows you the charts, documentation, and installing packages. And you can also open the R script, in which you can write and save your scripts. So that's called the source editor. And this is the best way to write your code. And later on, you can always refer to it or edit it at any point. So think of the console as the place R executes things and the script editor as your workspace for writing and saving code. You should also notice that R is an object-oriented language, so you can create objects and then later on use them in your analysis. Let's write our first line of code in the script editor. And the main thing is to learn how to write the code and then run that code. Let's just write a simple arithmetic, 2 plus 2. And in order to run this, you need to click Run. And here in the console, you see the results, 4. I mentioned that R is a object-oriented language. This means that you can create an object. Let's create an object and call it X, and then assign the value to object X. So this symbol shows R that this is an object, and then when you run this line, you see that X is now created and you can see it in your environment. So all the objects that you create and all the data sets that you use will be shown in the environment section. Now let's use that object in a formula. So now let's add X to 2. And now you can see that R easily used object X in that line of code and returned the value for you. In order to import datasets to R, you can go to the environment, click on Import Dataset, and there are many options you can choose from. Let's import from Excel. It might ask you to install some packages in order to be able to import the dataset. Here you can see that your dataset has been imported and you have also other objects in your environment. Now, let's say you want to learn more about the quality dataset and see what are the different variables in this dataset. You can use the view function, and all you need to do is to enter the name of this dataset. And once you run this line of code, it would open the entire data set for you, and you can check the different variables and different columns that this data set has. Also here, it would show you how many observations there are and how many variables there is in this data set. You could also use the dim function, which again returns the dimension of the data set. And here you can see that it's got 131 observations and 14 columns. In order to find out about some descriptive statistics about your dataset, such as the mean, max, median, and the Q1 and Q3, you can use the summary function. The summary function is an excellent function that would provide you with all of that descriptive stats for all of the variables in your dataset. All you need to do is to type summary and choose the dataset, and there you go. You can see that now you're provided with all the different measures for all the variables in this dataset. You could also use the histogram in order to create a data visualization on how one of your variables is distributed. And the histogram, again, is an excellent tool that you can use in order to show the distribution of the data. And it's quite straightforward to use in R. You can use the hist function, find out the name of your data set, and in order to create the histogram for one of these variables, you can use the $sign and choose the variable for which you want to create the histogram. The plots will always be created on the right-hand side under plots, and you can access them and export them. Please let me know if you like the content of this video, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.